Hello and welcome to the London Stock Exchange studios for another broadcast interview with Business Worldwide magazine. Behavioural disorders like attention deficit hyperactivity disorder known as ADHD affect children and adults alike, and it influences everything in their life from schooling to work to relationships. Statistics by the US Centre for Disease Control and Prevention say that 11% of American children between the ages of 4 to 11 have some form of ADHD, and those figures look set to rise. Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Zwyer, CEO of NLS Pharma, a cutting-edge biotech company, to talk about their novel treatments for ADHD and their plans for the future. So welcome, Alex. Thank you very much for being with us today. Why is ADHD then such an important condition to manage?
Thank you, Louisa. Delighted to be here. ADHD places a heavy burden on society and on the patient. If you are suffering from ADHD, you are more likely to drop out of school early. You're more likely to lose a job, unable to keep a stable relationship, maybe be involved in traffic accident, could be violence. Up to 40% of the prison inmates are suffering from ADHD. And you're more likely to have a premature death. So I think this is a huge issue for the individual, but also for society. As a matter of fact, latest estimates say that about $200 billion are the costs for society due to ADHD, mostly due to loss of income or productivity, but also healthcare. So finding good treatment options is a must.
Well, why did your company and yourself want to specialise in the treatment of ADHD then?
In the ADHD space, there are significant unmet medical needs. Current treatment options are only effective for some or for a fraction of patients, but most of the current treatments lack both efficacy and a good safety profile. When Eric Konofal, our co-founder and chief science officer, who was involved with the drug we're currently studying, called Mazendal, was using Mazendal in a different population, he saw similarities between his population and the ADHD population, which made him think that there could be a benefit for that population. So he did a small study in 24 children suffering from ADHD. Those were severe case of ADHD. And the results were very promising, hence why we decided to do a larger phase 2 clinical trial in the US, which confirmed the initial findings and which led us to believe that we have a game changer potentially here at hand.
What are the problems at the moment then in the way that ADHD is treated and managed?
Most treatments are quite effective for a part or for a fraction of the patient population. The key problem is not efficacy, the key problem here is safety. Most of these therapeutics, they carry a severe risk for abuse, misuse, and diversion. These are mostly controlled substances. On the other hand, we have non-stimulant solutions who also have severe side effects like suicidal tendencies or cardiovascular risks. So it appears that to find a solution which is at the same time effective and safe really seems to be the holy grail here in ADHD. And
with any medically focused company, innovation is key. But with your company, what would you say your success is down to?
I think the way how we interpret innovation is very different from maybe big pharma's approach to innovation and R&D. We have a patient-centric approach. Eric Konofal, he's a physician, so he has the patient at his heart. He sees patients every day. And if they don't respond to current treatment options, he's forced to look beyond. Now he has this huge library. He lives in an old castle in France, and he has this old library full of medical books, and he spends hours and hours going back to those books and trying to find for new solutions, maybe new old solutions, not trying to reinvent the wheel, but see what worked maybe 100 years ago, which was the case with Mazendal. He found this apparently old drug, which was developed to treat short-term obesity. And he started to give it to narcoleptic patients and ultimately ADHD patients, and he got tremendous results.
So what is the ultimate ambition then in terms of treating ADHD?
Nothing short but to revolutionize the way how ADHD is treated. We hope that our phase 3 program confirms our initial findings from the phase 2. And if it does, then this could potentially impact the lives of millions of patients in the world.
So you could well have found then the holy grail to ADHD treatment.
We really hope so.
Well, we wish you all the luck with it. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been incredibly interesting. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.